Before we begin, if you enjoy the content on pages and ideas, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future book summaries. These small actions really help the channel grow and allow us to keep providing you with quality content. Introduction to the topic. Life is full of challenges, uncertainty, and situations that often feel beyond our control. But what if there was a philosophy that could help us navigate all of this with calmness, wisdom, and inner strength? The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday introduces us to Stoic philosophy, an ancient practice used by great leaders, philosophers, and strategists to remain calm, disciplined, and focused on their goals. In today's video, we will explore the key lessons from this book and see how we can apply Stoic principles in our daily lives to face difficulties with greater resilience and wisdom. Let's get started. The Stoic philosophy and its three pillars. The Daily Stoic. In today's video, we will dive deep into the three fundamental principles of Stoic philosophy as presented in the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. These principles are: 1. Perception, how we see the world. 2. Action, how we make decisions and take action. 3. Will, how we deal with difficulties. Let's explore each of these principles and how we can apply them to our lives. Part 1. Perception, how we see the world. Perception is about how we choose to see the world around us. Stoicism teaches us that it's not events themselves that shape our lives, but our interpretation of them. As Epictetus said, people are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them. The importance of controlling our thoughts. Every day, things happen that we cannot control. However, what we can control is our reaction to those events. The key is to accept reality without emotional overreaction and to approach situations with calmness. Example from Marcus Aurelius. The Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius often wrote in his personal notes that difficulties are just objective events. Whether we see them as a tragedy or a lesson depends entirely on us. Practical application. When something negative happens, instead of reacting impulsively, pause and ask yourself, is this truly bad, or is it just my interpretation? This simple shift in perception can reduce stress and help you make better decisions. Part 2. Action. Living with virtue and discipline. Stoicism is not just a philosophy of reflection, but a philosophy of action. The Stoics believed that life should be guided by virtue and right action. How to act correctly. It's not enough to think correctly, we must also act correctly. The Stoics taught that every action should be based on the four major Stoic virtues. 1. Wisdom, making good judgments. 2. Justice, acting with integrity and fairness. 3. Courage, facing difficulties without fear. 4. Temperance, exercising self-control and balance. Focus on what you can control. A core belief of Stoicism is that we cannot control everything in life, but we can control ourselves. The truth is, failures, bad circumstances, other people's reactions, these are beyond our control. The only thing we can control is our own actions. Practical application. Instead of worrying about what others think, focus on what you can do better. Instead of wasting time complaining about unfairness, find ways to respond productively. Part 3. Will, building resilience in the face of hardship. Even if we have the right perception and take the right actions, hardships are inevitable. How we deal with them is the third pillar of Stoicism. Accepting hardships as part of life. The Stoics teach us not to avoid hardships, but to see them as opportunities for growth. Every obstacle we face is an opportunity to become better. As Marcus Aurelius famously said, the obstacle in the path becomes the path. What stands in the way becomes the way. The philosophy of memento mori. 1. of the most powerful Stoic tools is the idea of memento mori. Remember that you will die. This is not a negative thought, but a reminder not to waste our lives on meaningless things and to focus on what truly matters. Practical application. If something worries you, ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Live as if each day is valuable and make the most of it. Conclusion. How to apply Stoic philosophy in your life. Control your perception. Events don't define you, but your interpretation of them does. Focus on action. Live virtuously and take responsibility for your choices. Embrace difficulties. See them as opportunities rather than obstacles. Stoicism is not just a theory, it is a way of life. By applying these 3 pillars, you can develop greater calm, wisdom, and resilience in any situation. Practical applications. How to integrate Stoic philosophy into your life. Theory alone has no value if it cannot be applied in practice. Stoicism is not just an abstract philosophy, but a practical guide to a better life. Let's explore how we can integrate its principles into our daily routines. 1. Handling problems with calmness. Change your perspective. One of the greatest lessons of Stoicism is that events themselves do not affect us. What affects us is the meaning we assign to them. Practical exercise. When you feel stressed or angry about something, take a step back and observe your thoughts. Ask yourself, is this problem really as big as it seems? How would a Stoic philosopher view it? Instead of seeing difficulties as obstacles, view them as lessons and opportunities for growth. Example, if someone insults you, instead of reacting impulsively, think logically. Is their opinion really important? Or is it just an external influence that does not need to affect you? 2. Focus on what you can control. Let go of the unnecessary. The Stoics taught that most people waste their lives worrying about things they cannot control. Practical exercise. Make a list of the things that worry you. Next to each item, write whether it is within your control or not. If it's not in your control, let it go and focus on what you can change. Example, you cannot control whether someone will accept you or not, but you can control how you react to rejection. The Stoic mindset gives you freedom. You don't waste energy on pointless worries, but instead focus on action. 3. Discipline and self-knowledge. The power of consistency. Discipline is one of the most important tools for a meaningful and peaceful life. The Stoics emphasized self-awareness and personal responsibility. Practical exercise. Define your core values. What principles do you want to live by? Create daily routines that help you live according to these values. Write down your thoughts every day, just like Marcus Aurelius did. Example, if you want to be more patient, practice patience daily. Instead of getting frustrated in traffic, accept the situation and use the time to listen to an audiobook or take deep breaths. Stoicism teaches us, know yourself. Build habits that make you better. Prepare for difficulties instead of hoping they never come. 4. The power of memento mori. Live each day as if it matters. One of the most powerful ideas in Stoicism is memento mori. Remember that you will die. Practical exercise. Don't postpone important things. If you want to start something, do it today. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I live today according to my values? If you have a dream, don't wait for the perfect moment. Life is happening now. Example, if you've been delaying an important conversation, don't put it off any longer. Do what needs to be done today. Call to action. Video closing. Stoicism is not an old, outdated philosophy. It is a powerful tool that can change the way you think, act, and handle challenges. Focus on what you can control. See challenges as lessons. Live with discipline and self-awareness. Don't wait for the perfect future. Live now. Which of these principles do you feel you need to apply more in your life? share your thoughts in the comments. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. It helps the channel reach more people. If you want to see more book summaries and philosophical ideas, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. See you in the next one.